I'm going out on a limb and I'm going to say what needs to be said because no one has actually said it before. And I checked Google and tried checking the blogs and the internet, and no one has said something that's very obvious, so I'm going to say it first. Christmas is not for black people. Let me repeat what I said. Christmas is not for black people. And I'm going out on a limb and I'm saying this first. And it's not that I want to say it first. It's just that it needs to be said. We should have come to this understanding long ago. It is, let me check the date now. It's December 20th here, 2013, 5 days before Christmas. And I wish I could have said this earlier, a month ago, 2 months ago, years ago. But let me explain why Christmas is not for black people. And also, this is a general statement, mind you. And there's going to be someone, it's always going to be someone like my sister, and I love my sister. But let me explain who is going to come up with a counter argument. It's going to be someone like my sister in her exact same predicament. And I'm saying I love her, but I'm saying you have to understand what kind of predicament she's in. Just like many of you. You come from the same communities. You're in the same predicament. I mean, she is on welfare, public assistance, right? Living off the government, living off taxpayers, living in more or less poverty. And there's going to be someone, one of you out there, you're going to say, okay, Bertie, so are you going to say that Christmas is, what about Michael Jordan? But Michael Jordan has assets of about $400 million, close to $500 million. And having $500 million, even though they're both black, having $500 million is very different from the single poverty-stricken, welfare-stricken mother. So, I'm saying Christmas is not for black people. And that's a very general statement. But in general, 9 times out of 10, perhaps almost 9.7 times out of 10, I'm going to be pretty right with this. If you look at many factors, for example, I don't know where I'm going with this. If you look at home ownership, if you look at the poverty among blacks, if you look at the schools that we have, if you look at the amount of assets in the low-income families, if you look at unemployment, then I'm saying who is actually prepared? Who actually has the savings? Who's ready to retire early? Or better yet, who is actually ready to retire late? Talking like 5 years late. Who can retire at 55? Who can retire at, I hope you can hear that. Let me repeat it. Who can retire at 55? And who can retire at 70? Okay, here, let me go even further. Who can actually retire? Who out there can actually retire? But you can celebrate Christmas. Who believes that you're safe just because you make a little money and your kids are not growing up in poverty, but for some reason you make a little money, but they're growing up around kids that are poverty-stricken or that have a poverty-stricken mentality? And they can relate closest not to the Obama girls, the Obama daughters, but who can they relate to magically? The poverty-stricken children, other poor black children. They can relate to them. Here's another question. Everyone doesn't really want to say what I'm saying, that Christmas is not for black people. So here's another question that I'm going to ask you. Who can actually give their children $20,000? I'm not saying $1 million. I said $20,000 cash. 20,000 to 100,000. I won't even say 100,000. Who can actually give their child, their adult child, when they're about 18, 21, 25, who can give them $20,000 cash when a child is an adult to let them start a business? When they say, hey, I found something that I want to invest in and start my own business. Here's an opportunity that I think is great. Here's a business plan. And here are the things I prepared. I need some capital. Who's actually prepared to give their child $20,000 rather than a lifetime of small gifts. You can get them some Jordans. Merry Christmas, Rudolph the Red. You can get them some Jordans on Christmas. You can get them a new phone, and the new Galaxy 3, 4, the Note, the 5S, the iPhone 5S, and you can scan your little fingers so you can log into your phone. Hey, check this out. I got the new iPhone 5S, and it comes with a thumbprint scanner, so instead of pushing the button, I can log in. This is cool, being on poverty. This was my Christmas present. Yeah, you'll get them a game. You'll get them a black Barbie with a wig. I'm pretty sure. I haven't actually seen a black Barbie, but if I had to guess, I would guess that it comes with a wig, because everyone knows that that's what blacks love on women, wigs. But who can actually give their child that? And I'm saying it's time for a change. I grew up on Christmas. I grew up getting all those gifts, but now, why would I repeat that cycle? Why would I say, hey, you know what? I enjoyed my childhood and it was cool getting the gifts, but even though we weren't really prepared for the future, and now I find myself in a difficult situation and predicament, I think it's much better to just worry about today, and then hopefully tomorrow magically will work out, even though, of course, we know it does not work out. Even though when you do not prepare for tomorrow, what happens? Tomorrow comes and you're unprepared. We know that happens for a fact. How do you know? You look at what situation you have right now, today. So you can go get your kids some new toys. Go to Toys R Us, Babies R Us. Run to Walmart, get them the next DVD player or the next electronic. But who's actually thinking about the long term? For some reason, people love to compare themselves to other groups that actually resemble them in no way. So when you see Bill Gates or the average family that's white, Asian, Latino, when you see them celebrate Christmas, when you see that movie, It's a Wonderful Life, you feel like you're a part of it. You feel like, yeah, it is a wonderful life. I'm going to go celebrate because I saw a movie. Can't think of the name of that other one with the black guy, Cedric the Entertainer. I'm pretty sure he was in one of those Christmas movies, which I don't watch because I'm Bertie Tolar. This is the only man that's all about taking down the slave box. That's your friend TV. But I know about this movie because I grew up on TV, like many of you. I grew up on a nice big TV and no actual savings. No preparedness for the future. So, who is actually prepared for that? Yeah, Bill Gates can probably get a helicopter. Why should you feel the need to buy one? Well, because it's Christmas and it's the Christmas season and that's what we do. And I know your questions you're going to come back at me with. So are you saying that I shouldn't get my daughter anything or my son anything? Well, if you want to get them something, why don't you get them a bright future? What about, why don't I just get them a little doll? Are you such an extremist saying that I should not get them a doll? Okay, here, let me ask you a question. Do they even have, and this is going to sound, I hope you're not offended by it, and you probably will be because it's going to hurt you. It's going to hit really low. And this, I bet you, if I went back home right now and I asked this to half my family members, half the people that I could meet in their neighborhoods, if I ask them, if they say, okay, Bertie, what about even like a simple small gift, less than $100? Is that okay? Here's a question I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you, do your kids even have $100 saved for their education? Or for, like I said, starting a business one day, or for learning a trade, or for a rainy day? Do you have even $100? Yet you want to make an argument saying why you should consume on this day where you see other people, other ethnicities and other groups in the U.S. consuming. You believe that you should be a part of that. I mean, black people are sick psychologically. As soon as you give them a little money, they can't wait, gets in our hands, we can't wait to just go throw it away. That's what you do with your free time. Get a little free time where you can use it to better yourself, to build yourself up. I gotta throw it away. Gotta go watch TV. Got 2 days off. Just gotta waste it. Can't do anything constructive. I can't build. I don't want power. I don't want economic power. I don't want social standing. I don't want anything. I just need to throw it away as fast as I can. And that's the way we behave with money. You work all year, and as soon as you get just a little, the smallest inch or foothold on the ground, as you don't even get underground, as soon as you lift yourself up, just micro, nano, I mean, I can't think of a small enough unit to say how little we've lifted ourselves up off the ground, if we have at all. But as soon as you get just the smallest iota of progress, what do you have to do? Financial progress, you've got to go throw it away. I can guarantee you, if I went back home, I can guarantee you, if I went and talked to the people in my community growing up, I can guarantee you what I'm going to find, what everyone knows. And that's the thing, everyone knows this, but for some reason, I've got to say it first. Why is that? Why have you made me out to be this person that has to say it first? I shouldn't have had to say this first. I should have come from a group that was saying this long ago, that this is not for us. See, we as black people, we love to celebrate first before an actual victory. We love to celebrate first before an actual victory. We love having the pre-birthday party before the birthday comes. Oh, I'm pre-25. When's your birthday? In 364 days. This is a pre-championship party for winning the 2016 Olympics. In what? In soccer? Really? When was the last time we even cared about soccer? Here's a pre-victory for the first black president. Who's he? Obama, he's biracial. No, he's black. Didn't you know that one white parent and one black parent can make a pure black person? How's that? Because slave law? Or what do you mean? Slave law. You're going to quote slave law as a person to celebrate a biracial president because slave law told you he's black. Yes, I will. I mean, I think that is very strange. We love to celebrate without any actual achievements, without any progress, without actually accomplishing anything. Michael Jordan has a diamond earring. He can afford to. He can afford to have that diamond earring. Can I? Nope. Am I talking down myself? No, I'm saying the truth. This is reality. He can afford the $50,000, however much it costs. He can afford that earring just to walk around, put it in his ear. You don't have to hate yourself. I don't hate myself because I'm admitting, okay, I don't have the money to just blow $50,000 on my earring. But for some reason, we're taught as black people that we should hate that fact and try to deny it and aspire to only try to buy that earring. And so as soon as you get $20,000 or enough to put a down payment on that earring, what do? You ignore your schools. You ignore your community. You ignore home ownership. You ignore your savings. You ignore possible poverty in the future. You ignore the employment environment. You ignore trends that are happening. You ignore pretty much everything that is important. And what do? You take that money, because we've been trained to do that. Anytime we get just the smallest bit of savings